everything is supporting your highest good. Everything is supporting exactly what you want to happen for you. So you have to align your beliefs with that truth that everything is here supporting me. And prosperity. Welcome back to Earth's Feminine. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Asaya. This is the channel where you can come to learn all about primal feminine energy, the feminine energy that existed pre-colonization, and all of the conditioning around what we now believe it means to be a woman. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how women tend to make life harder for themselves than it actually needs to be. And if you are truly embodied in your feminine energy, life is easy. Life becomes easy for you, okay? There is a lot that we make ourselves do as women because of our belief systems. We think that we have to do these things. We think that we have to live in certain ways. And essentially what it ends up happening is it just ends up making our life much harder than it needs to be. The reason and my inspiration for making this video is actually when I launched my program Lunar Feminine Freedom, I can remember a sales call that I was on where I was talking to a woman about like what she felt like she could really improve on as far as her feminine energy. And one of the things that she mentioned on that call was how, and this was an older woman, right? So this is definitely, I see this more so in women who are like 35 plus, who have been kind of used to operating in the very masculine structured paradigm and thought process and belief system of I have to do everything myself. I have to do everything myself. Everything depends on me. Everything relies on me. If I don't do it, how is it going to get done? Right? That's a very masculine mindset. It's a very it's a very masculine mindset, right? It's disconnected from the feminine. Also, there's a lot of ways that, like, just because it's masculine doesn't mean that it's normal, right? It's masculine in the sense of masculine energy naturally is not going to, it doesn't want to depend on anything or anyone other than itself, right? Or the tools that they have available to them. Whereas feminine energy is different. Feminine energy is much more connected to the universe, the earth, the path of least resistance. So when we take on that mindset, we tend to develop an ego, right? An ego that doesn't allow her masculine energy to come in. An ego that doesn't allow for the universe or whatever forces to come in. We're not receptive. We're not in a receptive energy. So I was on the sales call with this older woman and she had that mindset. And she was, the way that she didn't just flat out say, this is my mindset, this is what I want to work on. It was more so of her just explaining to me what was going on in her life and how she was having an experience of seeing women, typically younger women, who were in this flow, of feminine energy where life was just flowing, life was just easy, right? She gave an example of like an event that this young lady, she was like in her circle or in her community that invited her to her event. And she was saying how like from the way, like the structure Like the way that it looked on the outside was like, how did she get any of this done, right? Because she did it last minute. She decided to do the event last minute. She didn't have these things available to her. She didn't have that available to her. But somehow she was able to come up with the things. She was able to, you know, have the event, and she even had people show up for her and give her things. And she was like, when I see this happening for her, I just get so jealous. Like, why, how are you able to do this? If I were to do something like this, in her words, if I was to do something like this, it would be so difficult. Like, there would be so many things popping up that would cause frustration for me. Just didn't make sense to her why it was so easy for the young lady and why things were such a struggle for her. But I kind of remember that story she told me, because since then I've been able to see also how that actually plays out in real time. Life truly is easier when you are a feminine woman, and it is harder when you are more masculine in your belief that you have to be the one to do everything, okay? This is actually an aspect of one of the pillars, one of the 7 pillars that I go through in Lunar Feminine Freedom. They're called the 7 pillars of light, where we're basically opening up your channels to remembering how to live a soft, easy life, okay? A soft life that is in flow with your feminine energy, okay? Because as a woman, you need to be in tune with your femininity through the moon. I did a video about how to be in tune with your feminine energy through the moon, and that has so much to do with how we're living our life and how much we're allowing the flow to happen. When we think about flow, I'm thinking about menstrual flow right now. I'm thinking about the menstrual cycle right now when I'm thinking about flow, and the moon, and also Lunar Feminine Freedom. We delve a little bit into well, actually not a little bit, we delve a lot of a bit into the lunar cycles and our menstrual cycles relationship to the lunar cycles, and how we're using our energy in relationship to those times, you know. So I'm telling you, we go deep in Lunar Feminine Freedom. Like, we went deep in that program. So yeah, if you're interested in enrolling into the self-paced course, it's no longer a live program, but it's now a self-paced course, then go ahead by all means. The link is down below in the description box. I am also having a holiday bundle sale for all of my courses. You can enroll into a bundle of my courses for a discounted price. The links to all of my courses and the bundles are down below in the description box. But essentially, the first pillar that we go through in opening up those channels is remembering that you are not the only one who is carrying things out. The amount that you're doing in relationship to the amount that life is doing, the amount that the universal mother, the divine is doing, is just minuscule. Like, you are a part of the creation, and everything that you're feeling and receiving is a part of that creation. But the more that you have these beliefs that go against that flow of your energy, the flow of creation, the more struggle your life will be. Like, the more of a struggle that your life will be. Your life will be more of a struggle, and you will experience more resistance. You will experience more resistance in your life experience, and you'll experience more resistance in your body. You will age quicker than you need to. And the way that most of us have been taught to remedy this is to address it in more masculine ways, okay? Um, but these core beliefs, right? And in the masculine ways is like in the things that we do, right? The action, right? The action that we take to resolve the problem. But going within and recognizing if you have these certain beliefs, specifically the belief of that you have to do everything on your own and by yourself, and that you are responsible for everything that you do, that is a distorted belief. The true and aligned belief that's going to allow you to have an easy life as a woman is acknowledging the truth that you are supported by creation. You are not alone. You are not the only one who is responsible for getting things done. It's just that you believe that you are. And because you have a fear of things not being done if you don't do it, then it causes you to be hyperactive and worry, okay? It causes you to, whenever you see things pop up that look like it's not going the way that you want it to go, you start getting frustrated and you hyper focus on that thing. And, all of a sudden it feels like so frustrating getting what you want done or having what you want to happen because you're hyper focusing on these different things coming up instead of letting the flow happen through trusting in the knowing that everything is supporting your highest good. Everything is supporting exactly what you want to happen for you. So you have to align your beliefs with that truth that everything is here supporting me. The people around me are here supporting me, okay? Even when I think I know what's best, when you have the belief that everything around you is supporting you, you're no longer going to have your guard up in defense when somebody else comes into, and it can be whatever it is. But I know for myself, I'm thinking about the example of like when I hired a business coach back in 2019, or maybe it was 2021. I think it was the beginning of 2021. I hired a business coach and she was giving me advice, right? And sharing like certain things that she thought would benefit me that I did, right? And there was one thing that she shared with me that I should do that I didn't listen. Basically, I did not listen. And fast forward to today, I'm applying the advice. I'm thinking back to 4 years ago where my business coach just like, it wasn't even no pressure, right? It was just like a simple suggestion. She gave me advice to do something in my business, and I'm thinking back to it and I'm like, I could have avoided so much frustration, so much like like I could have avoided so much frustration, basically, of why isn't this happening why isn't this going the way I want it to go, why isn't this manifesting, right? I could have avoided all of that if I had just trusted in her advice and known that I am supported. Like, even like literally I hired her to support me. But sometimes people, they hire people not genuinely because they do want support, but they don't know how to receive it. They don't know how to receive support. And this is what I'm getting at here. This is an aspect of knowing how to receive, knowing how to open yourself up to receive the blessings and the support that the universe wants to bless you with. You cannot meet the divine as a warrior, as, you know, with your guard up and your fists up and, you know, ready to knock something. Like, you cannot meet the divine like in that way. The divine comes to you through your receptivity, through your femininity, through your allowing, because you're trusting that all things flowing to you is meant for you. And anything that is not meant for you, because you are aligned and you trust and you know that you're aligned to your blessings, all gonna work out for you. So this is what I'm saying, is like the belief behind everything. The belief behind the behavior is everything. So if you want to live an easy life as a feminine woman, this is the most important belief that you need to ask yourself. If you, in any areas of your life, where do I feel like I have to be the one to get it done? And do your best to start to soften this belief, soften this thought of, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? And start to tell yourself different things. Start to tell yourself, I'm supported. Even if I don't know how it's going to get done, it's going to get done. And I don't have to do it for it to get done. It will get done. Someone is going to do it. Somehow, some way, it'll happen for me. I trust. And because I trust, the only thing I need to do is move in the direction that I want to move in. That's all I need to do. That's all I need to do. So along with that belief of being able to trust that you are fully supported by the universe, so switching from that distorted belief of I have to do everything on my own into that aligned belief of I am supported by the universe. There are 6 other beliefs that are pivotal to you experiencing living a soft and easy life. This is something I break down and I teach in Lunar Feminine Freedom. Again, the link is down below to that course down in the description box. So if you would like to know what these other 6 core beliefs are that women have that keep them living in a struggle mentality and a struggle lifestyle, then make sure you sign up. Okay, my loves, let me know down below in the comments, how do you feel about this subject? Do you feel like you are one of those women who struggles with being able to trust that the universe is working in your favor, right? You have a hard time receiving guidance, advice, or even input, right? If you have a hard time receiving input, it means that you have a hard time trusting that you're supported by the universe. Or do you feel like you have an easy time manifesting? Or do you feel like you have a really easy life? What are some of the beliefs that you have that feel like contribute to having an easy and soft life? Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.